Vidmanova to serve as we are ready for play, Cary. Vidmanova is 22 years of age, out of the Czech Republic. 249 officially, 241 the career high. She's inside the top 200 now, live ranking at 193. Here early, but what a stretch she has been on since that team title for the University of Georgia. 14 straight wins, titles at a 35K level in Santo Domingo, and then 75 in Sumter. But this is a rough start. It's going to be 3 great chances for Ekstrand. Stuff, right?
30-40.
And that's the thing that I think stood out for me for Ekstrand here through the week. Just that full confidence. But goodness, Vidmanova has that capability of doing so many things, including if she wants just to kind of stay in this on a pulse situation. Yep. Had a nice chat with the head coach of Georgia, good friend of mine, Jared Chaplin. I've worked with her for the last 2 years. Just so complimentary of her taking on new challenges over the last couple of years. That leadership component, with just kind of that acceptance of who she is as a tennis player, has that capability of imposing herself within a match. That's kind of what you want to see her do today, right? And she does fight off the chances here and gets that open hold. You know, her opponent today, obviously incredibly gifted, lots of pace, has the ability to dictate herself. And none of us side, you want to see her really make it so that the youngster here, the less experienced player, feels like the less experienced player. My name's Mike Cation, joining you courtside for this one. It is, in terms of kind of the differences from outside, just talked about it a little bit, the courts are playing lightning fast, that's one. It is extraordinarily humid inside here today. So the recovery from yesterday's matches is going to be incredibly important. And what they did in terms of hydration, the humidity in here is, yeah, it's got to be 80–90% humidity. Temperature's lower than it has been, but that humidity is killer. And also, we've got lines people here today. For a week of the electronic line calling. Kudos to the volunteer staff here who stuck around to provide us with 8 lines judges for 5 spots. They're rotating in here today. Monika Ekstrand of one.
Low 15.
She is 18. 487 in the world officially. She will obviously be at a new career high in a week. She's at 349 live, 312 with a win here today. the way
Love 30.
But listen, regardless of what comes out of it today, it's her first 100 Cary for Ekstrand. 4 of the biggest wins rankings-wise of her career yesterday. 4 in love over Katie's place, and just certainly showing that she belongs here. That's too good. So, what a swing, right? 40 to 140. 8 straight points for Vidmanova. Just a bit back, so 9 straight points for Vidmanova. It's 2-love. And listen, you know, both women did get kids inside this morning. But again, at match speed is a completely different beast, right? Versus just kind of getting your feet underneath you. It is playing so fast. We saw Draxel really struggle to adjust to it, and he had to, late in the first set, the men's final, he had to adjust his racket tension. So don't be surprised if one of these 2 players, especially the one who's on the wrong end, goes for a similar adjustment.
Love 15.
Just 3 women to have completed that triple, winning singles, doubles, and the team title with Vidmanova. At 11.
15 all.
Yeah, it's a pretty impressive start to the professional side. 14 straight wins coming in. 2 titles. Certainly take that role with Ekstrand. She's got a couple titles of her own this year. 145 Case, Jackson, and Boca Raton.
15, 30.
Really a pretty impressive rise for her this year. Qualified, had to go through qualifying juniors. Second US Open last year. Right on top of the baseline to grab a couple more chances. But yeah, not one of those like surefire
15, 40.
top 10, you know is in each Roland Garros and junior slam draw. Has worked her way for the incredibly talented recruiting class at the University of Stanford University. Okay, so that felt wrong to me when she said the score, and now that makes more sense, 30 all. My brain is, which is definitely slipping, isn't slipping that much. Now we have a great chance.
30, 40.
She is not afraid. She will step up and back herself in some of the biggest moments. It's been really impressive to watch from Ekstrand.
First serve.
That is certainly, you know, listen, missing on that forehand ace. One of the qualities I think is so important to teach young players who want to be the best version of themselves. Sometimes you have to forego immediate gratification for long-term development, and Caroline is just trusting that you can go for those big shots. She has another great chance, does Ekstrand. How many young players right now that have all of the tools just are a little bit gun shy when it comes to the big moments. Series that is already part of the game plan here for Vidmanova as she's fought on the fifth great chance already. But looking at that next strong return position and trying to go drop her on that second ball and see if Ekstrand has that speed. It's going to be necessary.
Advantage. Ekstrand.
Going back to it again, that's just, you just don't see it too often from 18-year-olds who just are there and ready to go after the big swings. Even if she doesn't win this match, it's the one thing I'll take away from the week. Yeah, just a little bit back. 0 for 6 on the chances. Vidmanova, you know, she doesn't give you a lot, right? Pretty quiet, head down type of a player. Yeah, first time where this tarp comes into play. It's going to happen at some point, right? Vidmanova with a game point. So Vidmanova has fought off 6 great chances already. She is got a big smile on her face, looking for her 15th straight win. Hurricane season doesn't start till August 1st. Ekstrand left 3.
We love 15.
Steer count is a little bit higher, right? Adjusting to the pace and the speed here today. Down a break. A lot of things have gone right in terms of getting to spots, but not being able to finish. And she's right back to it. Diego Moyano, friend of mine, from a guy who's developed a lot of young players. Francis, Tommy, Taylor, Riley, that whole group, and working with her.
40-30.
I'm a bit surprised Diego didn't make the trip up here. Shame, Diego. Would have been nice to see him. Important, right? A little subtle fist bump to herself there to, again, just realize she's very much in this matchup, right? Again, the break lead is unfortunate for her. However, you know, it has generated 3 break chances in each of the first 2 Vidmanova service games. And it doesn't look too bothered by it. Serves here 3-1.
15 love.
Did get to the ceiling. We have it is impressive. We didn't actually have one ball that got to the ceiling.
15 all.
She kind of, you know, having seen a little bit in cracked racket streams over the last couple of years, as well as just getting to watch her here in person this week. Love the footwork, and I think, you know, over the next couple of years,
30 all.
To get to that next level, she's you just watch her once, and you see all the tools are there, and this is a top 100 player at the very least, right? She's going to face another great chance. I think it's going to be that next level of just really, again, something that she's improved greatly over the last couple of years, just that ability to impose herself and wield all those talents consistently. And just past and out Monika Ekstrand.
Deuce. And manage.
Well, this has been a clinic on finding enough break chances. It's 4-1 here in the first. Ekstrand 1-4. That inside-out forehand is just such a weapon, right? It's going to certainly be interesting. I know, hopefully for her, it's not on her mind, but with 235K titles, 100K final, at this stage that she's moved herself up 350 more several weeks before the U.S. Open qualies cut. It is within the realm of possibility that she earns direct entry and she gets to 310-ish with a win today. With this kind of spring and summer, there are definitely going to be discussions about her for at worst a qualifying wild card. They want to reward performance. Second straight game with a double. There again, she uses those feet well to get around that inside out forward. 15 points for her. Doing a lot of work right now as Ekstrand. It's just one of these situations where it feels like she's done so much here and is dictating so much of play. And on the other side of the court is this woman who has this ability to just kind of neutralize so well. She's going to get past at times pretty big swing of Ekstrand, but just so cool and calm and relaxed and just very much comfortable with her. Vidmanova here at 4-2. That's a good example of it, right? 4-4. Another perfect example of it. It just doesn't look like it has that pace, but suddenly it is past you. It's been a very impressive week for her. So 3 of her matches, semifinal and over 1 and 5. There's the inside out forehand again. It is just, she gets her feet set.
30-15.
It's coiled. It's comical.
Vidmanova.
Vidmanova continues to maintain that presence out in front. Into the That's the one issue, right? There are going to be times with that backhand it just is a little bit too flat. It's a tough proposition here, right? She's obviously played very well, but on the wrong end of the scoreboard. Off the baseline, yep. Monika taking a long look.
15 all.
But that seems like a no-doubter. Done, and again, I think that's going to be something that she adds more and more of to her game as well as transition. Because that, again, as the players and the level increases on the other side of the net, she's going to need that ability to close out as well. Moving at a pretty quick pace, right? Points are moving fast, again, on these incredibly fast courts, but how about the fact that it just feels like Monika is getting so many returns just back and play over and over and over again, making Ekstrand do the work consistently. Up into the roof line. Wasted. going a little bit more aggressive here in this game to see if she can continue to get a little bit of a cheeky set point here. Listen, even though Ekstrand does get the hold right, that type of a return game from Vidmanova, it will certainly, again, it just made Ekstrand work every single point, right? One missed return there, it felt like every single point she had to put in the time, right? Had to put in the time, wasn't able to have that easy hold to flip the pressure back like that on a dime. So now Vidmanova, who has faced 7 break chances in the set, straight game with one. This is exactly what you want. And again, I go back to it. The pressure in the last game helps lead to this, right? Obviously, the slider ace does the work, but then the return miss. Ekstrand having to take an extra second to towel off again because she did so much work in the last. We talked about imposing oneself, and that return game is a really good example of it, allowing then this type of service game in the next. There's set points, maybe 3 set points. That shot is going to win her a ton of matches over the next couple of years.
40-30.
Good feet, unload, good feet, unload. Rinse, repeat. Push a bit through that first set with Vidmanova, and yet here she is on the other side of it, 6-3, fighting off those 7 early break chances. I think that might be one where you do see some adaptation. Vidmanova, when she has the opportunity to maybe unload on it more than inside forward with a little bit more angle to get Ekstrand exposed onto that right side. The inside out is the weapon, as she handles the inside ins.
15 off.
maybe a little bit more through that loose corner and see how Ekstrand handles it, right? And on top of it, just continuing to impose herself, and especially early in this set. That's something that Vidmanova did not do particularly well against Ma yesterday. It's just kind of letting things happen. This is a spot where you want to take it away. That's a great hold. That's a really, really good hold. Interesting to note, Vidmanova was kind of setting up in this ad corner, waiting for that inside outer there. Kind of forced the issue on the inside in forehand for Ekstrand. Half a step late. She is adapting, looking for that inside and forehand punting and continuing just to very bluntly forehands. heel, back heel. And yet there she is again, just to the other side with the hold in her pocket. Yeah, with room to grow. Just an incredible 2025 already. Extreme at 1-0. These two are showing, and again, in different ways, right? Just a constant reminder of this sport that there are so many different ways to win.
$30-15.
Kind of struggling with some moments up at the net. Yeah, I think Vidmanova has the idea in her head, and again, after yesterday where she was a little bit complacent early in the second, this is the moment where the match can be won by. She can be put away early in the set. Can she get that return towards the backhand wing, that quadrant, and the ad corner? Or does she go heavy angle into the deuce corner? It has to be a little bit more proactive here on this return. Got away with one. That was a pretty simple return right through the middle, right to the weaponry of Ekstrand, but it is a break chance here for Vidmanova, who is the one so far here on the day. Huge break as well for Vidmanova, literally and figuratively. 2-1 in control of Vidmanova. Hasn't faced a break chance in the last 3 service games. Here 2-1.
15
Yeah, important for Ekstrand not to start pressing right now. Stay aggressive, but maintain that balance. absorb that pace by redirecting. But that also will take some time away right there. Movement forward. She has consolidated. She gets it to 3-1.
leads 3 games to 1.
Time starting to run short for the 18-year-old, right?
Love 15.
Again, looking for that.
15 on.
I actually really like the play, the execution of just continuously keeping Ekstrand guessing at this stage, right? Trying not to give her the same ball over and over again. It's been a really good correction for Vidmanova. This feels again like it's one of those situations where she just got a warning, right, for needing to move a little faster in between points. Scoreboard pressure. Vidmanova just seeming to get everything back in some of those big spots. It's a lot on those shoulders right now. That may just end up ending this match. Vidmanova, second break, 4-1 in the second. The one thing we told you at the very, very outset, right? She won't shy away. She will continue to go after her swings. She is confident and believes and knows what is the best version of herself.
Love 30.
Not at all. Vidmanova just looking to, expecting almost a lines person to step in and call that. Didn't come. straight free points. And we've seen that a couple times, right? Gets into a little bit of trouble and just, again, able to lift that level. Didn't get underneath that lob at all. Deuce now. Again, it's been a while. You know, those 7 break chances in the first 3 return games and none since for Ekstrand. Thinnest margin, here's a chance for Ekstrand. Has to happen now. Decent little construction, right? That off pace there, and knowing where that ball was coming back. Back to back with the back. Backhand side. Made it 3 straight backhand lines. So from a break point down, once again, it's Vidmanova who has fought off all 8 she's faced here today to 5-1. Not bad at all. So a last gasp here for Monika Ekstrand. And while unlikely to see a comeback here, what a tournament she has had. Biggest wins of her career so far, and confidence that she is able to play at this level pretty consistently this year, while also planning for that career at Wimbledon, at Stanford here in the next couple of months as well.
Below 15.
Force in college tennis next year. setting up a pair of championship points. The unstoppable force that is Darja Vidmanova just continues. A 15th straight win and a 3rd straight title. Straight sets over Monika Ekstrand, 6-3, 6-1. And once again appears completely nonplussed. She's got another title to her credit. What an incredible 2025 she is having. My goodness, that moves her up to 176 in the world. Has gone this week alone from outside of U.S. Open qualies to very much inside. One of those situations where an American, she would be, no question, one of the USTA's wild card to the U.S. Open. Just a really remarkable run in the college season, winning the singles and the doubles title along with the team title, and then just coming out back to back titles, 15 straight wins. One on clay, one on hard, and this one will count it as an indoor title as well for Darja Vidmanova. Let's say again a little bit about Monika Ekstrand. What an incredible week. She's moved from 487 in the world to right around that 350 mark. And again, yeah, just considering, as we said during the match, 2 titles at the 35K level, a 100K final. I think it's pretty safe to say she will be a name that is discussed at the higher ends of the USTA.